Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to my channel. As you know, my name is Dr. Thuba, and my main aim through this channel is to guide all the doctors and dentists, the non-EU or the foreign dentists who are interested in working in Denmark or of course in other countries, because as I did mention before, that I would like to expand this channel, which would eventually have all the information for medical professionals from all the different countries, so that it gets very easy for everybody to access the information and of course make better decisions, better professional decisions. First of all, I'm extremely sorry. I do realize that I'm very inconsistent in my YouTube channel and in giving the information. It's just because I have been really busy in Denmark, but I would try my best to be very consistent. So starting today, actually the video, this video is actually on a very popular demand, and because I have gotten so many emails and messages regarding this specific country, of course, which is Canada. As we all know that in Canada these days there are immigration opportunities, and many people are considering Canada as an option. So for all the dentists, of course, it's very confusing because we do not know how it works there. And the procedure of working as a dentist in Canada is of course different from how it is in Denmark or in England, etc. So I do know somebody over there. She is a very dear friend and also a senior colleague, and she is in Canada at the moment. Of course, she's a dentist. So over to her now, and she would of course talk about all the necessary information that you need, which will help you consider Canada as an option, and of course would make it a lot easier for you to make comparisons of Canada in relation to other countries. So I hope this video really helps everybody. So over to her, and I'll see you right there.
Thank you, Dr. Thuba, for inviting me to speak on your channel. I really appreciate the work that you're doing, providing dentists across the world, our fellow dentists, information about the different opportunities and licensing exams in different countries. So I really appreciate that. My name is Dr. Summer. I am a graduate of dentistry from Pakistan, and right now I'm residing in Canada. So today we'll be talking about the dental licensing procedure in Canada. So in Canada, there are different pathways depending on which country you graduated from. So there are accredited and non-accredited programs. So the graduates of accredited programs are all the people who graduated from countries like US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Canada. So for them, the procedure is relatively simple. They can give the OSCE exam and then the National Dental Examination Board exam directly and apply for their dental license. But for the graduates of non-accredited dental programs, that is pretty much the rest of the world, including Pakistan, where I come from, it is a little different. So before you can give the OSCE and the National Dental Examination Board, which I will refer to as NDEB from now on in the video. So before you can give these two, you have to pass through an equivalency process. So the equivalency process has two further pathways. So for the first pathway, you have to give one exam to begin with, the AFK, the Assessment of Fundamental Knowledge. And if you can get a high score, and we're talking 85 and above and probably 90s, you can apply into to get into a university degree bridging or degree completing program for dentists. So instead of full 4 or 5 years of dental programs, you would be doing 2.5 years of dental program from a local university in Canada. And then when you are done with the university, you go ahead to give the same OSCE and NDEB exams like the local graduates. For the second pathway, for those who would rather be willing to give just exams and not enter the university, so you have another pathway where you can give 3 exams before you can apply for the OSCE and the NDEB exams. So the 3 exams are AFK, Assessment of Fundamental Knowledge. That would be your first exam. Your second exam would be ACJ, Assessment of Clinical Judgment, and your third exam, which the name was recently changed back in 2020 to NDECC, National Dental Examination of Clinical Competence. So these three exams you have to pass before you can apply for the OSCE exams and the Ndecc exams, which ultimately give you your provincial license to practice dentistry in Canada. So now that we're clear on the two pathways, let's go into a little more detail of the two pathways. So the first pathway, the university pathway, where you give one exam and enter the university, is comparatively simpler to explain, because you register with the National Dental Boards of Canada, and then you just apply for AFK examination. However, you have a maximum of 3 tries to pass the AFK exam, and if you score well enough, you can enter the university degree bridging program. To apply for the dental licensing in Canada, you need to have a PR, a permanent residence in Canada. So you would already probably have gone through IELTS to apply for the PR anyways. But generally for the exam route, you don't need IELTS. But if you do plan on going to the university route, you will require a fresh IELTS with an overall band of 6.5 and no less than 6 band in either of the individual modules. For the second pathway, where you give 3 exams before you can give the OSCE and the National Dental Examination Board exams, you have to go through the AFK first. You have a total of 3 attempts to pass that exam, and you have to score 75 minimum to pass that exam. Once you've passed that exam, you go on to ACJ, Assessment of Clinical Judgment, and again you have 3 attempts to pass that exam, and then you go onwards to NDECC exam. And NDCC exam is the final of the 3 equivalency exams. And for this exam, there are 12 modules inside the exam, and you have to pass each module to actually pass this exam. But this exam has unlimited tries, so that's good. So next we're going to talk about the eligibility for these exams, who can apply for these exams. So first of all, you have to be Canadian PR, as I said before. You have to be a Canadian permanent resident to apply for a dental license. And you would already have given the IELTS exam to get that PR, so that's covered there. But for the university part, as I said, you have to give the IELTS again. So the process then, the first step of the actual process is that you create an online profile with the National Dental Examination Board of Canada. And then once you log in, they will give you a detailed list of documents that they need from you. Once you provide them those documents, they will assess the documents, they cross-check it. They used to take about 4 to 6 months, but from my experience now they're taking about 18 months to process these documents. So once they process these documents, they give you an approval or they reject you. So mostly if there's nothing wrong, if you have a real degree, they're going to approve you. And once you're approved, you are good to go to start with registering for your first exam, that is the AFK. Next, we'll talk a little about the cost related to these exams. So for the first online profile that you build with the National Dental Boards of Canada, to get your profile approved, you pay a 900 Canadian dollar one-time fee at that point. So after that, once you are approved, your first exam, AFK, is 800 Canadian dollars. And after that, if you apply for the university route, so university is going to cost you around 100,000, 120,000, something like this, for the entire 2.5 years. And usually most of the people, they apply for loans from the bank, and once you clear your license and you start practicing, you can easily repay that loan. That's not a big deal. But yeah, the university route will leave you in debt, but it can be paid back. It's not a big deal. Most of the people who go through the university route, they do take loans from the banks. And for the other two exams apart from AFK in the 3 exam equivalency process, so ACJ cost 1350 Canadian dollars, 1,350 Canadian dollars, and the NDECC exam, the one with unlimited tries, costs 9,000 Canadian dollars. Next, we're going to talk about exam patterns and how to study for them and where to prepare. So the AFK and ACJ, the first two ones are written MCQ type exams, and the third exam, the NDECC, is a clinical exam. You would be working on phantom heads, showing your skills of dentistry. So on to the question of how to study, where to study from. The materials are, the best recommendation would be to study from the materials provided as resources by Ndecc. They have this link with all the resources you can study from. So all the links that all the things that I talked about in this video, I'll leave all the links for them down below, so you can check everything out for yourself. So yeah, so first option is the resources that Ndecc has given you. Second is self-study from other books like DentalDex, NBED books for US, Kaplan, Mosby's. I'm sure most of you are familiar with these books, these review books. You can study from them. Or my personal favorite is you can join a prep schools. So there are multiple prep schools like Prep Doctors, Confidentist. There are a few more. I'm not aware of a lot, but these two are the most famous. So you can join these preparatory schools, and obviously unless you're 100% confident in your own self-studying, I would really recommend prep schools. They're very good. They sometimes teach you stuff that you have no idea about. So they not only teach you the study material, they teach you how to give the exam, the pattern, how to manage time, everything. So yeah, it's a good choice to look into those as well. So that wraps up today's video. I hope it was helpful to everyone, and I wish everyone who's applying for Canadian licensing or Canadian PR the best of luck. You can do it. I will leave resources down below so you can check everything for yourself. You'll obviously get a more detailed, in-depth information. I just skimmed over and summarized everything. But yeah, do look at the links, do look at the resources, and drop in any questions if you have more questions, and I can answer them for you. And best of luck, and thank you, Dr. Tuba, again for having me here today. Bye.
All right, so thank you very much, Dr. Samad. That was extremely helpful, and I'm very sure that it would help a lot of dentists out there who are considering Canada as an option. Other than that, guys, thank you very much to all of those who actually emailed me and messaged me and on my Instagram as well, and asked me to find information about Canada and make a video. And I'm sure, I really hope it helps all of you out there. So other than that, of course, if there are any questions, anything more you need to find out about, any new country which is in demand, you would like to know how the dental career works there, do message me or email me. My email and Instagram account are mentioned right below this video. The email is, of course, TRDENTALDK@gmail.com, and my active Insta is very easy, TRDENTALDK, more or less the same as the email. So I hope to see you all over there soon. If there are any questions, you're most welcome to message me. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a lovely day. Thank you.